Hello there, and welcome to this CSWatch OCR J276 video where we are going to be looking at open source software. We're going to be looking at what it is, examples of open source software, and some advantages and disadvantages of using open source software. So open source software is software where the source code is freely available. So that means the code that has been written to create the program or create the piece of software is available. So you can look at it, you can change it, you can tweak it, it can be edited for a user for their own reasons, for their own means. So they can take a product which is open source and convert it and change it and do what they need to do it, so then that piece of software is better for them. There are loads of different open source softwares. I've just got three here. So Apache HTTP servers, so essentially pretty much most web servers that you access the internet on run open source software. The Linux operating system and all its various different flavors are all open source, and also the VLC media player is another sort of open source software. So advantages and disadvantages of open source software. As you can see, there's some on both sides. So if we're looking at the advantages for it, for a business startup point of view or for education, they're usually free. So there's usually no cost associated with it because they're giving away their software. The software that's created can be used for a particular need or modified for a particular need or altered in some way to make it suitable for the person who's going to be using it. There's normally communities of developers, communities of programmers who talk, who collaborate. So if there's any problems or any updates or any requests that are wanted, there's usually that network in place for that to happen. However, disadvantages, because it's free, there's no warranties and normally very little in the way of customer support. So if something goes wrong, there's only really that core community I looked at previously with the advantages to go and help for. Because there isn't someone whose job is to do this and do that with the software, if there's vulnerabilities or if there's updates that are needed, they won't come as quickly or as swiftly as proprietary software. And again, with that, because it's a free piece of software, people will change it, people can customize it. There might be limited user documentation. So if you get something and you want to change it or you want to tweak it, there might not be that documentation there for you to be able to go through to understand the source code to then make the changes that you want to. So, to summarize, open source software is generally free of charge and it can be customized, and as we looked at just now, that has got its advantages and it's got its disadvantages. Open source software is used a lot for charities such as the One Laptop for All charity in Africa, because they don't have to pay for the overheads of using Microsoft Windows, and then they don't have to be, they can then be customized for what they need to. I hope this video has been helpful for you. I hope you're happy now with open source software and what it is and why it's used, and I shall see you in another video. See you later.